Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome to BJ Jones family. I'm glad to be here today and I'm so blessed to have come this far. This year has been the beautiful year that I can never explain. And I hope that you enjoyed 2023 the same way I did. Whoever is going to watch this video, welcome to BJ Jones family. Welcome to this home. Welcome to this YouTube channel and this community, small community that we began here online. I love you so much for returning subscribers. I love you so much, new subscribers, and also whoever is going to share this channel and is going to invite more friends. May God bless you abundantly. This channel is more about life. It's more about the way we live, the way we encounter with life. And for today, my heart feels like I should run out what is in me to talk about us, sisters and brothers, whoever is working in a foreign land, whoever is working in a foreign land, whoever is away from home, from maternal home, from where you were born, from where you were raised, from the cultures, from the beliefs that you have known all your life. So today I'm going to talk about 3 keys. The first key is going to be on the 3 boys that were known as Daniel, Shadrach, and Meshach. These 3 boys, and I will be talking about Esther, and also I'll be looking into Peter. Why did I choose three faces to talk about? I chose this because these are the things that we go through in life. So I'm going to start about you being in a foreign land. What are the requirements? What do you require to have that which you need in life? To have peace of mind, to have prosperity, to have success, to have achieved the goals of life that the Lord has kept in store for you. What do you require? For Daniel, when he got to this kingdom, he was told to live like others and eat like them, to adapt their culture, to adapt their beliefs, to intermingle with their lifestyle. But Daniel was taught the other way round. So he never saw it to be suitable for him to choose to live like other people. The same way we say that when you go to Roma, you have to be like the Romans. It doesn't apply in everything. This being like the Romans is killing us. It is destroying us. Look into your life. Look into your beliefs. Look into your culture. What are the things that you do? What are the things that you don't do? What are the things that you know? What are the things that you don't know? Going to Roma, becoming like the Romans will not help you. Instead, it will lead you astray, because that is something that you're beginning to do which you are not aware of. And so the 3 Hebrew boys outgrew the way the king wanted them to go. And another phase is Esther. Esther listening to Mordecai's advice. When Mordecai was advising Esther as the young sister cousin she was, he knew the problem that was going to be ahead if Esther had disclosed herself to the king, are the people who were choosing the Medians. And when she hearkened to the voice of the brother and did as the brother had told her, it helped Esther to achieve that which was God's will in her life. And by so, I'm looking to Peter. When Peter had no option but to deny Christ, though you are in a position that anyone around you will recognize the presence of Christ in your life, there are places you need to say no to some point and to some reasons behind it. Not everything that you do will make you a bad person. Saying no is not wrong. Saying no to the right thing and the right channel is not wrong. But saying no to what you know is not right and it's wrong, that is when you become bad. But looking to these three faces, three stories, three topics that really touch my heart, that when Peter had no option but to deny Christ, he did it. When Esther had no Christ but to deny her dominion, her religion, her culture, she did it because she had no option. And also when Daniel had to go against the king's ruling. Sometimes you need to go against them. Yes, against their cultures, against their beliefs, against their lifestyle. You need to walk out of that way because the Lord had called you for a different mission and you know the mission of God and you have been led through that path. You don't need to do what other people are doing. And that is what is killing us. That is what is destroying our destiny. That is what is destroying our salvation. That is what is leading us astray. So children of God, today I thought I should share this to those people who are walking away from their homes, walking away from their country, walking away from their cultures, more especially those in Arab countries. If you know that you've gone to that land, more especially you've gone to a family that are worshiping idols, people who are chosen to worship Satan, those who have chosen to practice Satanism, you don't need to do as they do. You have to be against them like Daniel was against the king, and the Lord will stand with you. What helped me to be here today to talk, to how to hold this show that I'm holding now, this topic I'm holding now, it is because I went against with the rule of the land that I entered when I was in that land. I had to be against it. It forced me to do things that I thought were wrong, but literally I've come to understand that I never did anything wrong. God knew how pure I was when I was doing it. So another case, it comes here, that God knows what is in you. God knows what is in store for you. And God is aware of what He has in store for you. And no matter what you do, that idol that you have, that belief that you have, that if it is truly innocent, that you're not aware of what you're doing is wrong, the Lord will forgive you. But mark me now. Today that I've known the things I was doing that were wrong, and I go back to doing those things, it is now when it becomes a sin. It is now when it becomes wrong. This is where God says that when you were unaware, I did not listen, neither look unto your way, because I knew you were not aware. But now that you have come to the knowing of my word and you've come to know the way it should be, I will not listen, neither I will not have my ears to you. I will rather turn back my back at you when you are in trouble. So when you get in trouble and you did it out of knowledge, but you knew what you were doing, but you did it out of pride or out of whatever that it was that you chose to do, that which is wrong. It is when it becomes wrong. Friends, it is wrong to do things with or without understanding, because sometimes you do things without understanding what you're doing, and in the end you get yourself in trouble because you did it with your pride and you didn't understand what you were doing was wrong. So if worshiping idols was there in your life and you never knew that it was wrong, now the Lord has said that He curses those who bow before men. He has a bitter curse, a bitter warning to those who bow before men. So if men were idols, if men were your idols, if material things were your idols, if status was your idol, and now you've known that worshiping other things, worshiping other idols aside from God is wrong, now you need to change your ways and go back to your Creator. And also, if you've gone to Saudi Arabia, you've gone to Lebanon, you've gone to Qatar, you've gone to Dubai, you've gone to Oman, you've gone to the USA, you've gone to another land, and you are from another land. You are from USA, you've come to Kenya, you are from Saudi Arabia, you've come to Kenya. And you found that there is a wrong belief and a wrong culture, not a wrong, a new culture, a new belief that you are not aware of. You don't need to do something that you know it is wrong, because you want to achieve something in life. Do what you see is right. If you go to that family, you find them, they are worshiping idols. Look at Jacob. Jacob went into a family that the father-in-law was worshiping idols, but he never bowed before any idol. Jacob stood firm with his faith, and he obeyed God and his commandments till the day he went out of that land. Be willing to serve God with your purity. Be willing to serve God with your obedience. Be willing to serve God with your heart, your life. God gave his only begotten Son so that whoever believes on him will not perish but have an everlasting life. So if you believe in the Lord like Daniel did, you will be saved. God will send an helper who will save you from that situation, no matter what it is. But I urge you not to bow before any other god because of money. Don't bow before any other god because of status. Don't go bowing before other god because of the situation at hand. But instead, be of good courage like Daniel was, and be straightforward like he was, like they were, because he had other two friends who were with him, and they stood firm and they fought for their faith and for their culture. They knew that worshiping God was all they knew, and other things were nothing. Look at Mordecai. Mordecai never bowed before any man. He was a gate man, and the king was going before that through that gate, and there were other leaders who were going through that gate like Haman. But there was no single day Mordecai bowed before any of them, because he knew who he was. And now it has turned to Esther, and the time is required for Esther to go and rescue his people. And she had to go through the door of the king to the king's chamber, knowing it was not allowed for anyone at that moment to enter into the king's chamber. But still, she went through. Sometimes disobedience helps. She disobeyed the rule of the king, and she went ahead. So there is a reason and a season for everything that you're doing. Don't do things blaming people, blaming situation, blaming you are a foreigner or what. Be you, stand for your faith, fight for your faith, no matter what they do. Let them tell you what they say, but believe in the God that you serve, and the Lord will lead you through and will fight for you and will stand up for you, and you will win this battle. Don't be weak when you are in a foreign country because you are away from home. Don't be cheated. No one should lie to you that when you are far from home. All of us, we are foreigners in this world. We are foreigners in this world, no matter where you be, no matter who you are. We are foreigners of this world we are in today. So what do we require? We require the light from the Lord to lead us through as we go through this life. And that we will find it in the Bible, by reading the Bible, by obeying God's commandment, by following his footsteps through Christ, and by also praying hard for God to lead us through this life. It is only God who can show us the way. Another thing I would love to say about Christianity or about salvation, it is you. You are the one to choose which way to follow. If you are willing to serve through Christianity, stand firm with your faith. Stand firm with your faith no matter who you are. I today, speaking to you, when I went to foreign countries, I never knew who I was serving because I knew it was the God of my mother, the God of my grandmother. But the time he came to rescue me, the time he came himself, the way he spoke to Moses, it's the way he spoke to me. When I heard his voice, when he told me he is the one who is with me, it is when I came to know that God is for us all. Whoever acknowledges his voice when he speaks, whenever you hear him and you get to understand his voice, it is when you receive him. I received him that day. It's not long time ago. It's just 3 years ago or 3 years on. And I thank God for coming for my rescue and for coming into my life. Because all along I went to church because people were going, because my parents were going, because my siblings were going, because we had to go. And all along I have been serving God because people are serving God. But I came to know God when he came for my rescue. So giving God this credit, it is because I know who I'm talking about. When you stand for your God, God will stand before you. When you are ashamed of him, remember there's a day that he will be ashamed of you, and that is when you need him most. And that is where the main battleground is. You chose me, I chose you. And you stayed with me, and I stayed with you. When you accept God to lead you, he will lead you even into salvation. And when you refuse God, there's a time that you'll be looking for him and you will not find him. And that will be the time of judgment. Because on that day, you'll try to say what you did, how you did, where you did, but it will not be hard because you didn't do the right thing and you didn't know. If truly you are unaware, you'll be forgiven. That one, be rest assured that you're going to be forgiven. But if you knew what you were doing and still you did the wrong thing, you will have answers to give. And we all have answers to give. I and you, we all have answers to give on that day. And God help us so much to understand the 3 topics. When you're going to read them, more especially Esther chapter, if you're going to read Deuteronomy chapter 8 verses 2, Deuteronomy 34 verse 1 onward, and also Isaiah 58 13 and 14, and 1 Corinthians 11:26. That will make you understand about the rest of receiving the Holy Communion. And also the book of Daniel chapter 1 verse 1 to 12, and Daniel chapter 6 verse 1 onward. And also don't forget to read Esther chapter 2 verse 8 and Esther 8:20. Also Esther chapter 2 verse 20. When you're going to read these verses, you're going to understand the story of the 3 topics that I've talked about and the essence of them in your life. They are so useful for your life and for your salvation and for your way of living in foreign countries. People believe that when they are in Nairobi and they are from Kisumu, they are safe. There are things that you can't do when you are in Nairobi, but you can do them when you are in Kisumu. There are things that you find peace doing them when you are at your home where you were born. And when you go to the foreign country or foreign nation or foreign city, things change. People are being forced to work on Sabbath. People are being forced not to rest on their Sabbaths because of nature. And what are you required to do. Stand firm like Daniel. Use the tactics of Esther. Apply the lies of Peter. I don't know whether you're getting it. There are situations that you need to apply them. So go and read the story where Peter is denying Christ. Was there a reason? There was. He knew if they knew who he was, they will kill him or stone him at that moment. Because Christ himself is saying, it's not my time. If him, as God, is proclaiming before men that it's not my time, what won't you do for him? What can't you do for him? Because he already did it for you. What is a lie? When you read this, you get to understand what is a lie and what are you required to do when it is necessary for you to apply it, and where. God bless you. Let's meet on the next topic that the heart will lead me out to talk about. God bless you so much. I love you. It's a beautiful Sabbath afternoon, and it was wonderful. And I got this topic from today's sermon. So it's not my topic, like it was the Holy Spirit who underlined these topics to me. When I was listening to the sermon, connecting with the way we are living, and seeing the way people are perishing, and seeing the way people are dying in Saudi Arabia and in other countries, I guess we need to read more of the Word of God to get to understand where and when to do what and how. And may God help you, may God help us to do what is right when is right. Because there is time and season for everything that is happening under the sun. God bless you so much. I love you all. Bye-bye. Shalom.